thank you for tuning in to KRJ News. I'm Ryan Wazik alongside my co-anchor, Jay Schrader. First off, before we get into the main story, we'll go to Brick Hamlin for the weather.
It's cold!
Thank you, Brick.
Yeah, let's get him back inside and warmed up. Now for our main story. As you know, the presidential election has been heating up. The biggest issue this year is the BCS versus a playoff system. Our own Jay Schrader was lucky enough to be the mediator of the biggest debate of the year. How was it, Jay?
It was good, yeah. I was there and I talked to him and I asked him a couple questions, and both the candidates have very strong views on this subject. And, it ended up getting kind of heated, them expressing their opinions, but let's take a look at a couple of the highlights that we have from this debate. Hello, America. I'm here today with the two presidential candidates, Barack Obama and John McCain. And tonight we're discussing the BCS, and both of the candidates have an opinion on the BCS, and we're going to let them share their opinions. Barack, you have the floor first, so...
I, Barack Obama, think that it's time for a change. We need a change in the BCS system. We can't handle this anymore. We need a playoff system. The top 8 teams need to go to the playoffs, and we can have the bowl games be supportive of this. I know it's about money, but the bowl games will still have the money when this comes around. We'll still be able to have the money when we have these bowl games, but they will just be separate weeks instead of having the top 2 teams have 3 or 4 weeks off before they play the championship game. What about the Utah Utes, the Boise States, or Penn States? Those teams are all good teams. Utah and Boise, they were both undefeated this year. They didn't get a chance to go to the BCS title game. What do you have to say to that, John McCain?
Playoffs? Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs? That's ridiculous. This country's built on valleys, and those valleys work from the bottom up. You got to start at the beginning of the season, and it's a tryout and a playoff the entire year. If you can't handle it, get out of the kitchen. That's what I have to say about playoffs.
Well, I, Barack Obama, think that we can win this White House.
Well, I, John McCain, don't think you can.
We can win this election, and we can have a playoff system.
Wrong?
Wow, you weren't lying. That really got intense in a hurry.
Yeah, it was heated. They're pretty passionate about what they think about this issue, and it did get heated, and towards the end, tempers were flaring and punches were thrown, but we saw what happened and what the candidates thought. But earlier this week, I had a chance to meet with the Florida Gators head coach, as well as the Penn State's head coach and the Texas Longhorns head coach, and hear what they had to say on this issue as well. And here's a couple clips of what they had to say.
3.
Hello, I'm here with Florida Gators head coach Urban Meyer. I understand that one of your early team goals was to win the SEC championship. Now that you've accomplished this, how do you feel?
Sorry, Jay, I'm going to set these down in here. I'm going to enjoy my favorite chip first by Bang Lays. Can you read the question, please?
Yeah, sure. I was just wondering about how you felt about accomplishing your team's goal of winning the SEC.
Oh, that's just one of 2 goals that we have. Before the season, we start the season to win the SEC, and then we want to win the national title, of course. And we're halfway there, so we have some stuff to build on. We won the SEC, and we're going to continue to grow as a team, and hopefully we can take care of business January 8th down in Miami. So.
There's a controversial topic, and this is the BCS. Do you support the BCS, or would you rather have the playoff implemented?
I love the BCS. Obviously, my university has benefited greatly from the BCS. We won the title in 06, and now we're going to play for the title in 08, barring any upsets in the Missouri and Oklahoma games. So we're thrilled about the BCS. We're very excited, and there's really no changes that I would make.
Okay, well, good luck.
Wow! Wow, we're number 1!
Well, Coach, I guess I'll let you get back to celebrating with your team. Have a good one.
Thanks, Jay. questions. Yeah, questions.
Joe Paterno, how do you feel about your team's standings in the BCS?
Is it BCS or is it CBS? It doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, look at us. We're 11-1. We beat a lot of good teams. Come on.
Some people say that there's a weak Big Ten. That's probably the reasoning why you guys are only ranked 8th with an 11-1 record. What do you say to those critics?
Well, I mean, the weak Big Ten, when we played Ohio State, we beat Ohio State. We beat Wells, Malcolm Jenkins, played Michigan, Noah Carcella, and I see all-time great Bo Schembechler. How is that weak? I mean, we've historically been one of the stronger conferences in the entire country. I mean, we're not weak.
Do you think a playoff system is necessary?
I think it's absolutely necessary. I can only count to 8. So, eight teams. We're in the top 8. We're 8th. Let's get this playoff up with Obama. Let's get this playoff system going. We need it because Penn State would be the title holder if there was a playoff.
Have you thought about retiring anytime soon?
What? People ask me that question. What would I do if I retired? I would still watch film. I'm a football coach. I'd still be a consultant. It's just bad question. I'm out of here.
Mr. Matt Brown, how do you feel about being left out of the Big 12 championship game?
How do I feel about leaving out of the championship game? Well, we have an inferior opponent in Oklahoma playing Missouri. I don't think it's fair. Head-to-head, we beat Oklahoma by 10 points. We have the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, and we have the first-round draft pick and Brian Rackpell on the defense. And I would say I feel pretty darn mad.
Do you think the BCS is sufficient, or do you think we need a playoff system?
I think that's a great question. We absolutely need a playoff because, I mean, in reality, it's a semifinal game tonight, and we beat Oklahoma. So who do you think should be playing for the BCS national title?
Well, Mr. Brown, how are you dealing with the stress of not being in the game tonight?
How am I dealing with the stress? I'll give you 2 examples. How's that for stress?
As you can see, Ryan, the coaches had their own opinions based on their personal experience and where they're at this point in the season. And it's interesting to hear what they have to say. And a lot of people around the country have these same feelings.
Yeah, it was really cool to see all those differing views across the country. Should make for a good presidential election.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to turn it over to our electoral map analysis, Kevin. He's going to kind of break down what the whole country is thinking about right now.
Thanks, guys. Unfortunately, as you said before, this is going to be a close election. It's actually not going to be. As you can see, there are only 2 states that decided to vote in favor of McCain. That's Florida and Oklahoma. And that is because they are playing in the BCS National Championship game. The rest of the country decided to vote in favor of Obama because they want the playoff system, because their favorite team happened to not make the BCS Championship game, and they want them to still have a chance. As you can see up here in the Northeast region, you have all these states, voting for Obama because they want their ACC championship team, Virginia Tech, to play in a playoff game to go to the championship game. Same thing with the Midwest. You have Ohio State and Penn State both being left out of the playoff picture because of the BCS. And over here in the West, you have USC being left out as the Pac-10 champions. And also down here in Texas, you have a big, strong contingency of football fans with Texas Tech and Texas both being left out in that national championship game controversially. And so, guys, it's not looking to be too close. And back to you.
Well, Ryan, it looks like that Obama's going to run away with this election with his view on the playoff system.
Yeah, it sure does. Thanks a lot. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for tuning in to KR.